Hey, good morning. What we want to do today, we're going to jump right into prospecting, okay? Because we're going to be talking about Myecon simple systems, okay? And within that simple systems, we have 5 P's of effective enrollment. And those 5 P's are going to help you do everything that you need to do to establish your business, how you need it to work, okay? Because there's a system to how everything needs to be operating, okay? And what's your system? Your system is SYSTEM, okay? Let's save yourself time, energy, and money, okay? So what you want to do is you want to get away from always following every whim of the different shiny objects, everything that goes in and out, or whatever is left and right, up and down, right? You want to follow a certain system that has a proven way of, if you do the activities, the results will be there, okay? And while we talking about that, or right now, let's go into a good testimony about how using those successful systems, how they've been helped.
Super excited about Myecon because of the freedom, the flexibility that it allowed for me and my family to have. Before Myecon, I was in the military and we had more month than we had money. After applying the strategies and using the system, we've been able to cash flow up to $700,000. I have retired without having to get a retirement job, and my wife is on the same path to retire within the next 2 years, so we could just live our life on purpose and with our kids. That's why I'm excited about Myecon.
So guys, as you can see, it's about strategies and not necessarily sales, right? How to use what you have, right? How to take the money that you already have. How does that make extra money, right? It's so many times that we've been used to going out and getting more money and getting a second job or getting the next thing or getting another hustle, right? We forget about creating wealth, because going after money does not create wealth. Right? It's just like going after knowledge does not create wisdom. Okay. So that's what I want to do and outline that before you today. And so that you can have the right mindset when you're going into prospecting. I want you to listen to somebody, just like you heard the cash flow strategy testimony by Terrence Hill, who has cash flowed over $750,000, right? And that's using strategies, not going out and selling things, okay? Now I want you also to get the right mindset. So listen to Darnell Self, who's been involved in network marketing for 20 years or so, maybe. And he has over 60,000 people in his organization. So we might know something about the recruiter or enrollment.
We're in this room because we've come from so many different companies within this amazing industry in so many different countries, but we all deal with the same thing. So there's no faking it here, right? We're here not to compete with one another, which is a rare culture, by the way. Thank you, Art Jonak, for this. We're not here to compete, but complete one another. A rare culture in our industry, a rare culture to have, right? Because wealth is a minority. If it was a majority, everybody would have it. But everybody doesn't have $1 million, so it makes it a minority. That means that the majority of folks won't believe in what you're doing. They won't follow what you're doing because it's a minority. If it was a majority, everybody would say, oh yeah, network marketing, direct sales, count me in. But because it's not that, it's a minority. So don't expect to see the majority do what the minority only have. And so let's make sure we don't have a false expectation right from the beginning of our list. Look, I made a list, my first list ever. It said, look, make out a list of everybody you know. Don't prejudge, right? You've been told this. Don't prejudge. And so I did so. I made a list of everybody that I wanted to put on the list. It was 116 people. Now, I'm sure I knew more people than that. I was in my 20s, and I knew more people than 116, but those are folks that I felt comfortable putting on the list. 116 people. Your money may not come from the people on your list, but through the people on your list. And so sometimes we get so caught up on the people on our list and who's joining and who's not, but it's what's coming through your list, not necessarily what's on your list. People who are on my list, I wouldn't be in front of you today, that's for sure, because out of 116, only with me. And by the way, the one that's with me is not the superstar. That's the one who led to the superstar. So not any of our Millionaire Club members, not any of our them, but who they know. And so this is very important that we understand that our list is bigger than what's on your piece of paper. This is the feeling you gotta have, because the attitude comes before the paycheck. People say it all the time. It's easy for you. You think that way because money's not an issue in your life anymore. No, the attitude came before the paycheck. I had to think that way first. Posture. Now, I get excited when people tell me my brother's with me. We're doing it together as a family. My mom is with me. My son is with me. That's admirable, and I get excited for you. It's just not my story. This is the reason why you come to events like this, and we invite our teams to come to events like this, because even when I can't reach my team, a third party can. Because no one on my list is really with me except one. But there's someone else who will get on the stage and say, my mom, son's with me, everybody with me. It's a whole family affair. Then you can't relate to my story because my family's not with me. My family said, are you rich yet? You making $1 million? I was in for 3 months. You're like, you're rich yet, son? I'm like, Dad, you've been driving the bus for 30 years. You ain't rich yet. I didn't say that. I just thought about it because my father didn't believe in timeout. I'd have been knocked out in the corner.
So, guys, you can see here how the mindset is important when you're going out. Okay, there's many things that we want to do. There's many our goals, our end goals, whatever those things are. You know, it doesn't matter what that end goal is. The thing is, there's a way to get it. There's a how to get that done, and the how is always done with a simple system. Because when you go to your job or anything, or anything that you've been doing so far, you have a certain way to plug in, and when you plug in, you know that you're going to do the best that you can do when you're there, and therefore you're going to get the best types of results, right? It's just like when you are seeing like the act, those types of things, right? Those people that are practiced, right? They're rehearsing their scripts, right? They're going to different trainings. They never stop learning. Those people continue to grow. Those people continue to get better. Okay, but what we like to do, and if you're anything like myself, you think that something on the outside is going to change things for you. You think that adding another trinket, adding another piece of knowledge, adding what this person may know is going to change something drastically for you. But what's going to happen is you have to change it from the inside by putting yourself into a system that allows a repetitive movement to go on, so that when you wake up every day, Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, no matter what that is, you know exactly what you're doing. And when people start to follow you and your crusade, no matter what that crusade is, okay, they will know the system to follow for that. Okay, and that's why I say Myecon is the #1 business out there, in my opinion, because you can get involved, and it's not about somebody else's vision. It's not about another pill, potion, lotion, wrap, or a tea or anything like that. It's about what you want to do in life. Okay, and so when you look at those things, what you want to do is, the simple system is built around a diamond, a baseball diamond. Okay, and this is how you get yourself into the system. You start to escort people around the building. I mean, around the bases. Okay, so when you're doing that, you're essentially saying that, hey, I'm taking myself out of it, and I'm only working on what the individual before me wants. Okay, so now you're at home. That's where you're prospecting. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But within our 5 P's, what do? We go prospecting, then we peak and pass, and then we do present, and then we promote, and then we plug. Okay, plug and then promote. All right, so when you understand these pieces, then you know exactly what you need to be doing, and you can move people around the bases without you touching them, without you convincing them, but just by sorting through the system, sorting the people by using the system. Okay, because it's not about convincing others that don't feel like they have a need, but you're trying to find those that are hungry and those that are willing. Okay, And so today we're talking about prospecting. We're not going to dive into the diamond, but I wanted you to know about the diamond is going to help you. And so if you want to find out more about the whole 5 Ps, you can look into the Facebook page here, and you can see on the lives or in the recordings that we have, and you can find out the different ones that you need to use, whether it's the presenting testimony or the testimony about peaking and passing. No matter what that is, you can find that out and you can use it, okay? Because the biggest thing is you want to get involved, okay? So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. All right, guys. So in the very beginning, remember, you want to have your one-page document in front of you. This is what you need to gauge your system. This is what you need to drive yourself to know where you are, okay? And so this is what you are. If you can't find it, just go into the file section and you can find out the or what to do when you're new section, and you can find the one-page document here, okay? What to do when you're new, okay? Now, the part sheet's what you want to have in front of you, and that is there too, okay? It's on underneath, or if you need to reach out to your person that has helped you, the person that helped you to enroll, or you can reach out to myself, or just leave a message, because wherever this is, you can leave a message and somebody will get back to you, myself probably, or somebody will get back to you and make sure that you're able to find the things that you need to find. So when you're doing business, you got to start out with where you're going, okay? And in order to get there, you got to have an inventory, okay? Just like when you have a McDonald's or a Burger King restaurant, any types of business, they have a inventory, okay? And your inventory is just going to start out with your 50 new personal prospects. You don't have to worry about taking your phone out and put down 200, 300. No, we're just going to work with the 50. And this, guys, is going to be practice. This is what you want to get involved in, right? And what I want you to hear is this point right here. Don't worry about the results. The results will show up when you're doing the activities. And the activities are just putting down your 50 names list and responding or going to these with the right words, with the right scripting, and not just what you want to do off the top of your head, okay? It's the exact thing that you want to do. And out of those 50, you're going to see about 15 to respond. And out of the 15, you're going to see about 5 that are ready to join. But you have to go through these 50 in a good time frame. You can't wait a month to go through your initial 50. Try to go through your 50 in the first week, right? In the 50 in the first week, just look at it. That's only about 7 people a day that you're actually going through, that you're actually exposing to the business. And I'm going to show you the easy way to do that, right? Because we're prospecting. And what does prospecting mean? Okay, let's take a look at that for a second. Prospecting, that's just simply listening, right? That's listening to what the individual has going on. That's taking your empathy, all right, and understanding what the individual is going through in their life, right? And then you may hear a problem about time, problem about money, but it's generally a problem to where you can show them how to apply your system, right? The Myecon system to their particular problem. And when you work it that way, now you are looking to help them, not to recruit somebody, not to just get somebody, right? You want to help that individual. And that way you're listening on how far to go, because once there is, or if you see that there is no need, if they think that there's no need, because everybody can use and need the system, right? But if they think that there's no need, then there's no need to put in more time with that individual. Okay, so you want to get out of yourself. And how do you get away from fear? You get away from fear, which is false evidence appearing real. You get away from fear because you understand that the system works. That's all you need to know. The system works. It's not the success of you. It's not how great you are. It's not your charismatic, things that you do. Okay, that goes later. That adds to the script. That adds to the words. Okay, but first and foremost, understand that it never has to be about you. That's something that you can relax on. Okay, let the system do the work. Just like when somebody has a McDonald's franchise, they don't have to convince the person that comes into McDonald's of their system. When somebody comes into the McDonald's system, they know what to expect. They know the fry machine is off to the left. They know the shake machine is off to the right. Okay. They know what the person is going to say. They know generally the number of their favorite meal that they're getting ready to order. Okay, so you have to have a systematic way of approaching in order to get your things done. Okay, because your end goal is what? Your end goal is always to make sure that you accomplish it, right? So it's no good of having an end goal and just saying, hey, what's the middle part of this? I want to be this big thing. I want to do these big things, but what's the middle part? What's the grind to this? Okay. And that's your system. That's your system. Okay. So in that system, you have to say, okay, where am I going? What is my mission? What is my vision? And then what are the tools that I'm using to get me there? Okay. So let's jump right back into that. All right. So, how easy this can be for you is just by using texting, right? Whether you're on Messenger, Facebook, or whether you're on your phone, it is simple for you to simply do. And I'm going to close after this because all I want you to do is focus on getting that first text out, right? You got your 50 names list. 50, 15, and 5 names list. You have your one-page document to make sure that you're on track with what you should be doing, whether it's your personal side or whether you're helping others, okay? Now, text number 1, you just simply copy and paste, right? I'm working on something exciting. This may or may not be for you. You give them a way out, right? Would you be open to taking a look? You're not asking for anybody to buy anything or anything for them to purchase or anything like that, okay? So you're just simply texting your number 1 sentence out. And then to go through this, right? All you have to do is if they reply, don't go into something different. Just go to your text number 2, copy and paste. Okay. Read through this so that you'll know how much sense that it makes. Okay. Then when you get to text number 3, if you know the person, your phone number. I mean, if you don't know the person, include the last piece. My number is XXX. What is yours? Know that it is you texting or calling me. And if you need these tips, all you have to do is go to the page and you can get into the file, the Team Purpose Pursuer site, and you can go to the files and then you can download. Or if you're watching this within our coursework, then the coursework has a download on your right. Okay. So once again, get the text, download the text, copy and paste. That's all you have to do. Let the results work out. The words will work. Don't worry about who does, who doesn't, right? Just do what you're supposed to be doing, which is working the system. And let them understand that, hey, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me maybe so, whatever it is, tell me now, I gotta go. Okay, because now you can see, okay, if they say yes, you put them in this area, no attachment to the outcome. If they say no, I'm putting them in this area. Again, no attachment to the outcome, right? So what we want to do is always focus on going through the system and then putting the people in their proper categories. Remember, we sort, we do not convince, all right? We sort, we never convince. Because those, if you ever heard of this, somebody convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, right? Anybody convinced against their will because you were a strong arguer, you presented your case, just awesomely, right? But they were not, didn't know that they needed it. Okay, they saw that you had a great passion for it, so they jumped on the bandwagon for you. But until they know that they need it, then they're not convinced. So a person that is convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. Okay, remember, you're listening with a purpose. You're trying to say, okay, and guys, has everything to do with your business. It doesn't matter what that end goal is. If that end goal is retirement, if that end goal is fishing, for a living, right? If that end goal is doing hair, if that end goal is setting up a restaurant, if that end goal is selling plates from home, if that end goal is talking to women, if to help other women out of their situations, if there's a goal to help men out of their situations, if your end goal is to have a 501c3, You have a systematic way of approaching life now that you can achieve those goals without having to worry about, hey, I'm calling this person to find out how to do this. Then I'm going to try to find out and see if I can get a hookup to see how that works. Then I'm going to try to get this a little bit from that. No, that's why people get through a point and they say, hey, this doesn't work for me. It's not that the system, it's like taking a hammer, right? You got a hammer in front of you and you got a nail that right down there below you, okay? And you're getting ready to go to work. And then you say the hammer does not work for you. That's not the case. You did not take the hammer and hit the nail, okay? See, that's what we're saying with the system. We wake up and we go and we say, hey, the job, the world, right? All these things pull on me. So then I'm non-effective because I am reacting to life instead of using a system or purpose hacks, right? Instead of using a system to do what I need it to do, right? So just like anything else, when I want to watch my money, right, you're going to put it on a system to track and manage, to give you alerts, to make sure you're doing the right things, right? When you get ready to lose weight or gain weight, muscle, whatever that may be, you put yourself on a system, a reminder. So, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. So that then gives me the results that I need. The system gives you the results, not your work. That's why so many people will repeat or duplicate what somebody else has done, but they don't get the results because they don't have what it takes within. Okay, so prospecting is just simply actively listening and then passing them on to something that is not you. Okay, so listen for the problems and then pass them on to something that is not you. Always use a tool. And remember, you are not a tool. Okay? Pass them on to www.incomeshifting.com. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but it's working for me and I'm working on getting my finance together. You got to look at incomeshifting.com. And then when you do, I can pass you along to Mr. Holmes or, my person that I'm working with. Okay? So now, be relaxed and see when you help individuals to get the things that they want, guys, what we are offering here is what cash flow management, how to track and increase your own wealth. Right? We're talking about business income, how to reduce taxes and increase the income that you have, how to leverage, okay, how to start your leverage journey. Then we're talking about investment income, how to make sure that your current lifestyle and your future lifestyle is taken care of. We're talking about investments, having assets so that your future lifestyle, who does not need one of those three? If you don't think that you need one of those three, then let's look at the results. Okay, and if the results show that you're fine without it, then that's cool. But if you choose to say, hey, I'm just going to settle because at one point in time, I had excited goals that were up here. But because now I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60, I think I better decline on those instead of getting the skills necessary, instead of finding the system that's going to work for us so that we don't have to settle for that we do not really want. Okay. So prospecting is what you want to do. And if you want to learn more about prospecting, peaking and pass, present, plug and promote, then just go in and find the other videos that you can see. How does that work? Okay. You can go to your Myecon website, find out how does that work, right? Use your system for the betterment of you. Okay. So guys, I thank you for always tuning in. And today we were talking about prospecting, right? How to actively listen for people's issues or problems or challenges and then pass them on to a tool that's going to help them. Okay. So now you guys have a good one. And I'm going to leave you with a testimony by our own EVP Platinum, Nick Woodard, to show you how things can change by using just the first strategy. Well, maybe not. Hold on one second, guys. Well, it looks like we're having a little technical difficulties, but I wanted to give you a testimony, just like the testimony of Mr. Terrence Hill in the beginning, okay? But what you do is just tie these things up. Use your system, okay? Save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what system stands for. Save yourself time, energy, and money. What system are you using now to get results that you want? Talk to you soon, guys.